The House Republican Conference met this evening to talk about our way forward. Listen, our members believe that we passed a reasonable, responsible bill that would extend the payroll tax credit for a year. It would take care of those doctors who treat Medicare patients, the reduction in their payments, solve that problem for the next 2 years, and extend unemployment benefits with reforms for a year. Exactly what the President asked us to do. Our members do not want to just punt and do a 2-month short-term fix where we have to come back and do this again. We're here. We're willing to work. We will appoint conferees, and we hope the Senate will appoint conferees because we're willing to get the work done now and do it the right way. Lastly, it's become clear that what the Senate did pass is going to cause job creators all kinds of problems. As we saw a report that came out today by those who actually run payroll systems, that there is great confusion about the way the Senate bill is put together. I think it's time to just do the right thing for the American people. Let's solve this problem now. We'll have plenty of time to deal with other issues next year.
Good evening. The message coming out of our conference tonight is our members want to make sure that we're here to continue to work until Congress passes a year-long extension of the payroll tax holiday. And we outright reject the attempt by the Senate to kick the can down for 60 days. It's an unworkable solution demonstrated by the report out today by people who are in the business that say it will cause increased expense and confusion and will actually hurt not only small businesses but their workers. So we are going to ask our Rules Committee to go to a meeting tonight. Expect them to report out a rule for tomorrow. And tomorrow we will come in and not only move to pass that rule, we will also then take up a motion to reject the Senate amendment and to go to conference so that we can actually work the differences out so we can resolve the situation and the people of this country get what they deserve is some certainty as far as tax policy and health care policy going forward.
When the Republicans laid out the Pledge to America, one of our main goals was to end uncertainty. When we look at what the Senate has done, just moving it only for 2 more months, we know that's not where America's at. We've listened to them from all different walks. So tomorrow we'll solve that problem. The other thing we said in the Pledge to America, that we were going to follow the order in which this country was created. The Senate can pass a bill, the House can pass a bill, you go to conference, you find common ground for American people, and you move forward. We also said we didn't like the idea of doing things at the dead of the night. That's why you'll find that, yes, Rules Committee will go tonight, but these votes will take place tomorrow in the light of day. This is a new House, a new direction, and a place that we really want to move America forward. Now, we listened to what the Democrats said from the President on down when he noted that he had long pushed for a 1-year extension on the payroll cuts. From Harry Reid saying that on December 7th, Congress cannot leave until these issues are dealt with. We are not going to go home until we finish this. To Chuck Schumer saying, we're going to stay here as long as it takes to get this done. We will stay here to Christmas and even to New Year's to get this done. And Nancy Pelosi as early as the 17th of December. House Democrats will return to Washington and take up this legislation without delay. And we'll keep up the fight to extend these provisions for a full year. Well, that's what we're fighting for. To end uncertainty, move it for a full year, and put America back to work.
In the almost 3 years since the president was elected, unemployment has been either at, near, or above 9%, and millions remain unemployed. So almost every single member of Congress has decided that we need to extend the payroll tax relief for hard-working American families. Almost every member of Congress has decided that we need to have the longer extension of unemployment insurance reformed so that it is fiscally solvent. So the debate really is coming down to 2 points. Do you want to do something for 60 days that kicks the can down the road, that no business, no job creator, no family in America can count on? Or do you want to do what the president asked us to do? And we're people who don't agree with the president all that often. But do you want to do what the president asked us to do and do a full year extension? That's the first debate. The second point of debate, are you at least willing to work over the holidays so that maybe the American people might have a little better Christmas? Are you not willing to work over the holidays? House Republicans stand ready to appoint conferees. We stand ready to do what is necessary before year's end to get the payroll tax relief, the unemployment insurance reforms, and extension necessary for the American people.
We've got a couple of questions.
Speaker Boehner, you or Mr. Tanner can address this question. This is a floor question. Can you explain, are there 3 votes or 4 votes tomorrow? Explain exactly what we're voting on.
Chad, we're going to have, obviously, we'll have a previous question motion and a motion on the rule. After that, we will have a motion to reject the Senate amendment and go to conference. We expect the minority to have a motion to instruct conferees, and then we will have a majority resolution that will lay out our House position that is consistent with the bill that we passed last week, consistent with what we've all been saying, which is we believe, as has the President said in his statements, as has, frankly, Democrats in the Senate, that a much better path forward is some certainty, and that is a year's extension of the payroll tax holiday so that families, working people, are not going to have to guess from month to month what their tax status is.
Speaker Boehner, can you help us understand what happened between your conversations with Leader McConnell leading up to this and now? Did he miscalculate about where this was all going? Did you miscalculate? Did you miscommunicate? Now we're in this back and forth between the House and Senate.
The House passed a bill to do what the president asked for and what everybody agreed to, that we would extend the payroll tax holiday for a year. I made it clear to Senator Reid and to Senator McConnell that the House was not going to enter into a negotiation until such time as the Senate did its job. It was time for the Senate to produce something. We disagreed with what the Senate produced, and as a result, we're asking you to go to conference with the Senate so we can resolve the differences between the two houses.
Speaker Boehner, did Senator McConnell negotiate a bad deal?
Listen, the Senate did they did their job. They produced a bill. The House disagrees with it.
Mr. Speaker,
yes, sir.
All fall long, you guys were talking like this might be something you could go along with. Maybe it was some common ground and the like. But now you practically sound like cheerleaders for this tax cut. Are you really enthusiastic about this? Do you think it's going to give a big boost to the economy?
We believe this is the right thing to do for the country. That's why the House passed it in a broad bipartisan manner. And that's why we're willing to stay here to get the job done, to make sure the payroll tax credit is done for the entire year so that the American people and small businesses have some certainty about what the tax code is going to look like for all of next year. Thanks.